I wasn't scared of him. I've grown.
Yeah. As soon as we walked up, he was like, yo.
Some of his jokes been good in my life. Appreciate you, Joe Boo. Thank y'all.
Well, we appreciate everything that you're doing behind you. And how's that shoulder?
And his Cowboys teammate Trayvon Diggs discussed their top quarterbacks. Just listen closely to what you don't hear.
Give us your top 5 right now.
I'm going to go him. I'm going to go Mahomes.
Mar. Gotta have Mar.
Lamar. Josh Allen. Jalen playing pretty good right now, too.
Yeah.
Too bad you two ain't playing.
Jared Goff.
Can't say you two are playing good
right now. I hate to say he's playing the most.
And Matthew Stafford. I love how Matthew Stafford played the quarterback position.
I honestly think.
You mean how he burnt your ass?
Well, Sam Darnold playing could be in the top 5 conversation right now.
Yeah, Sam Darnold looking crazy too. So it's hard. There's a lot of good quarterbacks right now.
I can't give you a top 5 right now based on how everybody's performing.
Yeah.
Bro. It's just too hard.
Damn, Darnold.
So, some context. It was a 2-minute conversation of back and forth, and the topic was Jaden Daniels and how well he's played so far this season. But I was waiting for them to say Joe Flacco, the way they were just naming quarterbacks. I didn't hear Dak Prescott on this list.
Nope, did not. Didn't hear it.
Just throw them all in there.
What's your reaction? I mean, they play with him. It's a slam dunk. You got to name a teammate.
I mean, they could have gave him like an honorable mention or something. At least say his name. I mean, listen, I don't think it's not one quarterback in the league that has to do more for their team to win. I mean, you talk about not even a remnants of a run game. The fact that they don't have a 15-yard run this season, Dak Prescott is set up for failure. I think that, like when you look at Dak and where he is, they've done him a total disservice. With that being said, I appreciate them keeping it real, but you can't do that and go back in the locker room.
But by the way, like in the notes for the podcast prep, he was second in the MVP voting last year. Like, oh, by the way, he's your teammate.
So, look, I'm watching that clip. It does not feel like they had an extensive production meeting before the show where they went over, here's who we're going to list. Yeah. Like they're obviously just riffing. But, yeah, it's the lack of awareness to not name your own guys.
Kind of balling.
Dak's not playing well right now.
Guys,
that's true.
Honestly, though, like that's this generation.
Yeah.
Like the honesty in which they speak in that platform. Yeah. As someone who has a podcast, I know folks get real comfortable in that space when you just chopping it up with the homeboy. And the first thing I would ask is, did they lie? No.
Right, he's not playing well.
He's not playing well. He's not a top 5 quarterback, but the normal way to approach that is, I got to put Dak first. That's our guy. But to them, that's not their feeling. And so we can read into it whatever we want, but they told the truth. Okay. Right now, Jared Goff is playing better football than Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, who isn't playing great, is actually finding ways to win games. And so you think about guys like Josh Allen.
His team is helping him to find ways.
And in truth, when we look at last season where he finished in the MVP voting, he played like a top 5 quarterback, but none of you at this table were including him in the top 5 quarterbacks that you take on your team. And so I think the difficulty for Dak this year is you get the bag and they don't build around you. They don't give you help. We spoke all offseason about not being all in.
But it's crazy, right? They gave Jared Goff the bag, but they also built around him and paid the people around him too. So it's not that they couldn't. They could have found a way to get Derrick Henry there. But let's keep that same energy then. Let's talk about the top defensive ends in the game.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's have the top corners in there. I want Dak to have that same energy.
Well, we need to hear Dak come here and ask that question.
Let him have this podcast and say, are you...
Exactly, like under reciprocity. Imagine if Dak came out and said, well, I don't think, like Diggs isn't one of the 5 best.
Other way around.
There's a real nuance here, which is Micah Parsons is going to be the highest paid defensive player. That's not if, but when.
Is he?
And if I'm Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy, whomever, I'm saying like part of that is you're a great pass rusher. We need you to be a great leader. You were around great defensive teams. You were around great defensive teams. You guys had great intangibles.
Their owner is a terrible leader.
Thank you.
This is the culture there. Yeah. Like this is what it is. My owner can come out and say things that are not very intelligent or that do not lead this team or that do not lend to winning all the time whenever he wants. And that's the man that's at the top. When you walked into the building in Pittsburgh, you knew old man Rooney wasn't going to say anything silly. You knew that Art wasn't going to say anything
just
silly.
plain
It was going to be
stupid.
about team. It was going to be about family. It was going to be about championships. Jerry said it. I don't care what they think. If they think the way I do business is wrong, it ain't changing. So you have an atmosphere of people saying things that they shouldn't say, and I believe that's part of it.
You mentioned, though,
I
sometimes,
can't disagree with them.
That cost Anthony Richardson speaking the truth, right? Sometimes just say the name and then move on, and don't mention two guys in your own division on that list when your quarterback's there on your team, right? Because they mentioned Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels, of course.
All right. Let me end that. What's up?
After a beatdown by the Lions and loss to the Niners, Dallas looks to get back on.
Shut up. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And don't forget about BetUS, who is sponsoring this video. Remember, use the promo code YouTube150 so you can get matching of 150%, not once, not twice, but on your first 3 deposits. So make sure you bet responsibly. Don't bet on the Cowboys. And use that promo code. So, you know what I wish? Here's what I would. Okay, but actually, let me actually deal with a situation here. Early in the stream here, I was seeing a person who said they love what I do and things, but right now you are so negative that I have to unsubscribe. And my apologies for being negative, but the Cowboys haven't given us anything to be positive about, other than we at least get together and we can cry together with, like, Roland's review. What's up, Roland? Stacy Schubert. Let's see. Let's be happy about all the ladies in the place with the style and grace. Curtis is in the house. Dirty Sanchez. Shout out to Dirty Sanchez, who bought a stone for the walkway. We got phase number 1 in. Alan Williams in here. Curtis is in here. Mike Aldana. Twiz. Oh, God. Twiz, shut up. Just Twiz.
Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
There's Gina Dallas Diva. What's up? The diva that is Gina. Let's see. Okay, so the ladies getting in the place late tonight, but that's all good. We happy about the ones that we do have in here. Yes, Twiz Digga. I've never heard of Twiz Digga. Who the hell is Twiz Digga, and why is he in here talking about Michael Irvin saying that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback? I've never heard of Twiz Digga. Okay, Derek Young's in here. Terrence Blackwell, shout out to you guys being channel members. Appreciate all of you guys here. Super Sports Ricky, what's going on? So, you know what I wish, since they, for whatever reason, were discussing their top 10 quarterbacks and left out our quarterback. Why didn't Diggs say, hey, who's your top 10 edge rushers right now in the NFL? Because right now, Micah Parsons has got 1 sack. And he's going to miss not his first, not his second, not his third, but his 4th game. He ain't missed no podcast. He ain't missed no podcast. And now, Diggs, who's in there talking smack, or excuse me, not supporting his quarterback, Thomas Garrett over there, and Travis Swanson. What's going on over there? Being real, it's not the same thing as being negative. I'm being real. I'm being real. But Diggs, who's had this calf injury, who has gone after the media, and this is the whole thing. This is what bothers me is, you literally just lost the game. You ain't even gotten out your pads, but you've already checked Twitter, read. I'm sure that wasn't the only comment that was out there. I'm sure whatever the comment was, I'm sure that wasn't the only one. I'm sure it took some time to get there. So you done lost the game. Instead of sitting there, like, damn, we just lost the game, man. What's going on here? You in here checking Twitter and saying, oh, I'm going to get that mother humper. I'm going to go get him. When I lose, I ain't checking Twitter. I'm pissed off. and I'm getting my thoughts together. I'm not going. The reporter, this reporter who probably makes $75,000, $80,000, you gonna not show up on the field, but you gonna take it out on that guy because he told the truth. Is that what we're doing? And now you are giving fire to the ESPNs by literally throwing your quarterback in the bus. So you know what I wish? I wish they would say, hey, who's your top 10 cornerbacks right now? Let's see. Let's put the shoe on the other foot. Let's put the shoe on the other foot and say, how are you playing right now with that big-ass contract that you got? Because the way I look at it, from the rooter to the tutor, ain't none of you guys busting a grape. Ain't none of you have the right to talk about anybody else on your team. Now, they talked about, there's perception and then there's reality, okay? There's perception and there's reality. So they're going through and they're saying, well, Pat Mahomes is finding a way to win. Pat Mahomes is having a bad year because he's actually got more interceptions than Dak does. He's got less passing yards than Dak does. But he's finding a way to win because he, of course, is doing that on his own, right? Oh, okay. Just let's go to the tape here for a second here, because I'm fired up tonight. I'm fired up tonight. Okay, Curtis, it's insane. I kill Slay for going on Parsons' channel, and now you have Diggs saying that BS. You know what? I've heard of Twiz Digga this time. I've heard of him. But here's the thing that's funny. If we look at Kansas City, you know what I don't see here? I don't see the number 30 run stopping defense. 32nd. I see 5th in attempts and 2 in yards they've given up. I see them only giving up 3.5 yards per attempt. You know what I see here? When I look at their team rushing the football, they're 6th in attempts, which is a lot for a Pat Mahomes team, and they're 14th in yardage. At least they're averaging 3.9 yards a carry. So let me see if I got this straight. Pat Mahomes, he's a run stopper for Kansas City, right? He's in the trenches, right? Right? Because Pat Mahomes is finding ways to win that Dak Prescott's not, right? So clearly, they're number 2 in yardage given up. So it must be Pat Mahomes is in there helping them out, right? Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Because we are dead last. Not the first, not the second, not the third. We are dead last at run stopping. Our defense is not 5th in the NFL. In scoring defense, in yards, in nothing. And our offense, now I'd be happy if our offense, now our offense is ranked higher than the 14 in passing, but we damn sure ain't anywhere near 6 in running the football. We are the worst in attempts, in yards per game. And I'm going to tell you how bad it is. Mark, how bad is it? Dustin Roberts. Ding, 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 ding. Shout out to Dustin Roberts becoming a channel member. Dustin, appreciate you. Dustin Roberts. We appreciate you becoming a channel member. And see, here's what I need you to do, Dustin. And any of you channel members who have not done it, go to the community tab. In there, you have to go down a few posts. In there is a members only link. Okay, members only. Like y'all remember the members only jackets, right? Oh, don't act like I'm the only one from the 80s that had a members only jacket. A lot of you mother humpers are old too, and you had the gray members only jacket. Yes, you did. But anyway, be that as it may, I had a flashback. We're doing the weave. Okay, we're weaving. But in there's a link so that way we can get you registered, get you a shot glass because the Cowboys are going to make you drink, and get you a stress star. Stress star. And I'm going to bring some of these with me to Dallas, and I'm going to be giving them away. Anybody that comes up to me and says, oh, my God, you're Mark Holmes, I'm going to say, here, Cowboys, Jerry Jones is stressing you out, so here, take that. Okay. Anyway, I had black. Sonia Frazier, welcome. Micah Parsons and Diggs had Jalen Hurts in the top 5, but they left Dak Prescott. Yeah, that even here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's kind of like being a doctor, right? When you're a doctor, they say do no harm. Okay? So Micah Parsons, if you're going to do your podcast, don't do harm to the team. It's literally, I would say, I don't know what his views are. I honestly don't. I would love to see the matrix on that, to see how many people are. I can guarantee you ESPN is watching because they want to get the sound bites and the clips. But I bet there's more. Hunter Jules. What's up, Hunter Jules? I would bet that more opposition and more of the TV networks are watching him to get, stuff to trash the Cowboys. Oh, my goodness. I'm burning for you. Let me say, hold on. I got to say, special shout out to Lola, Miss Hot Sauce, as well as Dirty Sanchez. I'm going to be positive for a minute here. I am going to say that doing YouTube has been life-changing for me. YouTube has truly become part of my life, okay? I can't imagine waking up in the morning and not doing a video, drinking a cup of coffee. I can't imagine going to bed without doing a fireside chat. And I have some of the most incredible supporters out there, okay? So my thing, we're not all going to live, right, forever. You know that, right? And my thing, I'm going to give Shannon Sharp some credit, because Shannon Sharp said, you write in your eulogy every single day, which is true, because at some point, it might be tomorrow, it might be 40 years from now, sometime I'm going to take a dirt nap. And so I want to make sure that I'm not forgotten. Jacob, ding, 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 ding. Shout out to Jacob Canels. Jacob is another new channel member. We appreciate you, Jacob. I know I mispronounced that, but appreciate you. Make sure you go to the community tab and hit the link in there for members only, so we can get your address to send you a shot glass as well as your stress star. Michael Anthony Fitness Reaction Gig Economy is working on getting those things out. I know Miss Lola's got hers. But anyway, we are working on making sure that when I'm gone, that this place is always here. We done everything we could structurally to make sure it stays here, but we're trying to get this thing put on the National Registry. And we did phase one. We did phase one of the brick walkway with the bricks that we have in. We already had like 8 people that had already donated to it, so their bricks were in. But Dirty Sanchez and Lola, and there was other people that did that purchased some more today. In fact, I think an Eagle fan did, and I'm scared. I'm scared that an Eagle fan put something on there about the Eagles. I don't know. He might have said, or he might have worse yet said, Cowboys still stink. I don't know what he did. But I appreciate the fact that people are helping. So, Lola, special shout out to you. Dirty Sanchez, special shout out to you. I can't wait to get your bricks in here, because Lola just says Miss Hot Sauce, and get it put in there. Your streams get me through some hard times, Mark. You are the best. Appreciate that, EJB. So, sorry, I digressed. Okay, we're doing the weave. We're weaving and we're coming back around to the Cowboys. So Micah and Diggs, I don't know. What did you guys? I'm curious, Bird section, what's going on? Peace at Curtis. Mark did all the work and still has much energy. Damn. Well, literally, Lola, I got the tamper back at 7:45. I came back, I spread, so you haven't seen it yet, because I spreaded mulch, put away all the tools, got in here, took a shower, got the stream up, and I ain't had dinner yet, so I'm hungry. I'm hangry right now, okay? I'm hangry. So I was like, I'll get something to eat after this. Where do you order the bricks? Oh, okay. I don't know, Bird Section, if I want you to do one. Because I can see past the Dutchie from the left. Is that what it's going to be? Is it going to be I like action or I like activity? Or is it going to be I hate the Cowboys? I know you. I know you. I know you. Okay? But there you go. That's the link right there. Okay, so I want to know from Micah, if I could do a podcast with Micah, I would ask him and say, Micah, appreciate you doing a podcast, right? I appreciate that. You know, it's definitely gives us more things to talk about, you know, as a Cowboys YouTuber. But what does it do for helping us win? What did your podcast this week do to help the Dallas Cowboys get a win this weekend? That's what I want to know. What does it do to help the Dallas Cowboys get a win? Because here's what I can say I know that it does. Here's what I can definitely say I know what it does. Is it's messing with the locker room. You can't you can't tell me that your podcast, everybody's copacetic with it. You can't tell me that after losing a game, getting mollywopped and run out of the stadium where you're not playing, you are yucking it up with Big Play Slay. Literally laughing about how bad they kicked our teeth in. If I'm in the locker room, I'm like, yo, bro, what's up? What's up? I got to be 100. If I'm Dak Prescott, I'm like, yo, bros, what's up? What's going on? What's up? That's me. I mean, I can't say, you know, when Malik Hooker kind of said, you know, when we're getting run on and looking like ass, you know, maybe the podcast isn't the best thing. You know, when we're winning, oh yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, we're having fun. But you're sitting here watching these guys, and here it is, we're 3-4. You can't play. You're injured. You're trashing the guys that are actually out there trying to do something to win a game. I just don't see how this is a help for the Dallas Cowboys. And this goes back to, and I'm sorry if I'm negative here. We got Dave Eagles Champion here. We got, of course, Bird Section in here, Bird Stain. And we got lovely Linda. What's up, Linda? The solution may sound crazy, but I think if Dallas establishes a run, then they can start passing. Well, Linda, I'll be 100% real with you, girl. You are one of the smartest people when it comes. Wait a minute, Linda, hold on, Linda. Wait, whoa. Linda? I'm getting old. Let me put my glasses on here. Oh. Linda, when did you become a channel member? The fudge? Ding, 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 ding. Shout out to Linda. Linda. Damn. I appreciate Linda. Did we send you a Cowboy stress ball? I mean, maybe you could use it for target practice. But the shot glasses are Cowboy. Oh no, I guess Cowboys Mafia is. So okay, you didn't want. I tell you what, Linda, email, since you are a channel member, Linda, I'll get Miss Tracy to make you a shirt special because I everything I have is Cowboys, so I don't want to send something like that. So if you email me cowboysmark94@gmail, we'll hook a sister up because you may be the enemy, but you're cool people. Fred Warner, okay, but you know what, 49er fan, listen, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain where there are no more fuck-ups to shut.
49er fan, I ain't asking you shit, okay? I listen, first of all, nobody cares about Fred Warner's podcast. Nobody cares. This is them boys, okay? We are a media conglomerate, okay? Everybody is looking for anything that they can to use for ammunition against us. And instead of making it harder on people, Micah Parsons is literally serving the shit up on a silver platter. And I can bet you that Fred Warner wasn't in there yucking it up with a Dallas Cowboys player, was he? Was he in there doing that? Was he doing that? Was he yucking it up with Ram players? Was he doing that? Was he throwing his quarterback under the bus? Was he getting shit from his other teammates? Probably not. And if he was, nobody cares because it's the bang bang whiner king, okay? Jeez. Mark can't handle the truth. Thomas, what are you talking? Don't be an idiot. Don't be that guy. I'm giving you the truth. My team sucks. The title of this video is Cowboys are broke, busted, and thoroughly disgusting. What truth am I not putting out there, bro? What truth? Literally, what truth am I not talking? John Luna, stopping by to catch one of your streams for the first time. You're a lot more honest and confident than the other videos I've watched. Okay, John, I appreciate you. Welcome to the chat. I appreciate the super chat. So, more honest and calm than the other videos I've watched. Of me, or you mean of other people? Because we mad. I'll be honest with you. I'm mad. I'm really mad. But you know what the cure for all this would be? I hate to say this. I'm going to be giving Jerry some of my money. Yeah. Although I haven't bought my ticket yet. I'm going back to Dallas. I'm going back to Dallas. Yeah, I think so. I'm going back to Dallas. I'm leaving a week from now. A week from now, you'll be watching the live stream with me, Game Time Brian, Primetime Phil, Ward family, maybe Walker Wade will join us. We'll be in Dallas Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning fly back out to see the Cowboys take on the Eagles. And some of y'all are younger. Some of y'all are younger and may not remember what it used to be, Cowboys versus Washington. I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area when the Redskins were winning Super Bowls, and it was the Cowboys going downhill. I went to school with the defensive coordinator's son and daughter. He was on my football team, Richie Pettibone Jr. We had to play against Joe Gibbs' son, J.D., crosstown rivals. My brother literally ran into Dyron Talbert's wife and had a car accident. So they were all around me, and I was a Cowboy fan. I was a Cowboy fan then, hating the Commanders, the now Commanders. As my Cowboys got bad and we're watching the Redskins winning Super Bowls and San Francisco winning Super Bowls and us going to the NFC Championship game 3 years in a row and not getting in, and then just seeing all of my great players getting old and retiring, and we were just bad. And then here's Jerry Jones, who fires the only coach that I've ever known with the Cowboys. Jeff Lee in the house. Kenneth Wheeler. Yeah, sorry, just so aggravated. I'm in a Cowboys fan before Jerry bought the team and firing my coach Tom Leonard. Screw Jerry. But that first year was rough. But the Cowboys getting that one victory, that one solitary victory over the Redskins that were headed to the playoffs, at least you felt like, okay, we got that at least. We at least beat them. And I'm looking at this season, nothing is written in stone. Maybe Micah Parsons comes back next week. Maybe, Diggs isn't hurt that bad. Maybe Bland gets out there. Maybe we just end up playing good because we know the Eagles and it's a rivalry and things. And Micah wants extra content, on the following Monday. That maybe, after the game, that he has big play. That we beat the Eagles, and then he has big play Slay on there. And then he's yucking it up with big play Slay after we win. I'm hoping that in a season of my discontent, that the Cowboys can find a way to beat the Eagles. That's what I hope. More like 6-11, Drew. Gina, did I get you Gina Dallas? Shout out to Gina. Curtis, Joey, you might be right. So, you ain't beating the Eagles, but you can dream. Well, I don't know. I'm sitting here. I watched the Jets, which Aaron Rodgers looks completely washed. John Luna, ding, 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 ding. Shout out to John Luna, becoming a Jobu Sports super fan. John, love you, bro. Same thing. Go to the community tab. On the community tab, there's a link for just you. So you can join great people like Gina Dallas Diva, Lovely Linda, Jeff Lee, Dirty Sanchez, Thomas Garrett, and all those being channel members and super supporters of the channel. I appreciate you. So, Aaron Rodgers, do we think that the Jets are a better team than the Texans? Because the Texans, they didn't look too good last night. Not that the Jets looked very good, but the Jets found a way. The Jets found a way to get a win, right? And you never know. Maybe the Cowboys are playing dead, that they're just sucking up and making the Eagles, sleep on us and think, oh, well, they're just, that's dead man walking. They, think it's going to be easy. Chris May, can we buy I wish, Chris. I wish we could buy a new owner, but unless you got about $50 billion, I don't think that they would sell it. Oh, wait a minute. Jacob. Whoa, bro. Wait a minute. So you're giving them a pass because they didn't have weapons? Wait. So you are giving C.J. Stroud a pass because he didn't have weapons. Are you a Dak Prescott hater, bro? I'm curious. Because Dak ain't got no weapons when it comes to running backs. Right? I'm going to tell you how freaking bad the Dallas Cowboys are. How inept. This is the worst. Okay? The worst. I have seen the Cowboys in the greatest, okay? I remember them beating the Miami Dolphins in the Super Bowl. People, I'm that old. I remember them playing against the Colts, but I don't remember the game as much as my dad being upset, okay? So understand, I've seen Tony Dorsett. I don't know if any of you remember, like Robert Newhouse, the fullback, with his thighs that are literally like tree trunks. Okay, I've seen Herschel Walker, who the trade that literally brought us 3 Super Bowls. I've seen Emmitt Smith. I've seen Walt Garrison. I've seen the Cowboys always having great running backs. So I went through and I started yesterday. I haven't had time. I've been doing the brick walkway and things out there. So I think this is the first video I've actually done sitting here today because I've been trying to get all the stuff done because I'm going back to the studio tomorrow. We'll be back in the man cave for our members only stream. But last night I was curious. I was like, we averaging 74 yards rushing a game. Now you remember that the Cowboys, when Emmitt Smith rushed for 100 or more yards, just Emmitt Smith, not the team, Emmitt Smith rushed for 100 or more yards, the Cowboys were 50-19, and that was with Troy Aikman. When he didn't, we actually had a losing record when Emmitt Smith didn't rush for 100 yards. Okay? I want you to understand that. And that was with Troy Aikman. That was with Michael Irvin. That was guys like Alvin Harper. That was with Jay Novacek, the security blanket. That was the Great Wall of Dallas, great offensive line. That when Emmitt Smith did not run for 100 yards, it was a coin flip on whether or not they were going to win. So right now, we are 26 yards below as a team what Emmitt Smith was doing on a regular basis week in and week out, where we were winning 2.5-1. 74 yards. And so I started wondering, when have we been that bad? I went back to 1960 when the Dallas Cowboys played 11 games. They lost 10 and tied 1. Even that team rushed the ball for 87.5 yards. The 1-15 team that I was just talking about, that I weaved. See, I don't know if you saw what I did there. I brought in that 1-15 team and how important it was for the win. And now I'm going to bring them back. In that year where we fired the coach, we got rid of all the old guys, literally, okay? Jerry bought the team, and he started cutting everything, okay, to try and take a team that was losing $2 million a month. You know, he's checking the jock straps to make sure they're not getting, nobody's getting two. Okay? Even that team that had nobody on it, that Troy Aikman, your starting quarterback, that you drafted number 1 overall, that guy didn't even really play that season. That team averaged 88 yards a game. That team averaged 88 yards a game. That's 14 more yards than the team that we got right now. Jacob Canellis, at this point, with all key players are on IR, probably tank and go for Ashton Gentry, running back from Boise State, first round, and build the line, maybe trade for a wide receiver, and defense should be healthy next year. Well, yeah, I'm going to get to that too, but shout out to Jacob Canellis with the big super chat. Ding, 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 ding. We appreciate that. Azteca Aguilar, the only active starting quarterbacks in the NFL with rings are Mahomes, Stafford, and Flacco. Ding, 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 ding. Shout out. That's perfect. Oh, here we go. Ultra Cowboys. Okay, the hate is on. What's up, Ultra? Don't worry. Golf is getting his ring this year. Bucks made the playoffs when they averaged 77 yards, and they didn't have a top-tier quarterback. What is Dak's excuse? We have the worst running attack in football. We have one of the worst offensive lines, and we have one of the worst defenses in the history of the NFL right now. How about that? Or do those did Baker Mayfield have those problems? Oh, we had only one receiver too, Ultra. So Ultra, I'm hangry right now. I have not had dinner. I have busted my ass all day, literally pounding dirt, shoveling gravel, and putting bricks down. So if you're going to talk the talk, make sure you give the whole picture. Because, see, now you're being like freaking ESPN that's sitting there saying, well, Pat Mahomes, is struggling this year, but he's finding a way to win when his defense is the 5th-rated defense in football. fifth rated, and stopping the run, they're number 2. Is our defense anywhere near there? Tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I'll wait. Okay, Ultra. You know what? You do you, bro. You do you, bro. Okay, I'm just not gonna. I'm just not. And Dak's not playing well too. But see, who is playing well? Who is playing well? Besides the kicker. Who do you actually? Okay, here's a better question right now. Besides the kicker, who is playing at a Pro Bowl level on the Dallas Cowboys? Tyler Smith. I'd say that's about it. Well, and the kicker, Aguilar, and our punter, and Aubrey. That's it. Who else is playing at a Pro Bowl level on this team? It certainly ain't Diggs. It ain't Diggs. Oh, I guess CD. CD will get credit. Okay, CD will, because he's the only target out there. Ain't got a whole lot going on. So here's my question. Real question. Because when Mike McCarthy is kind of giving you, well, you know, the running back by committee doesn't seem to really have worked. And I keep looking at Mike McCarthy and looking at him, and he doesn't seem like a guy who's under stress of worrying about losing his job. Am I crazy? If the whole team is literally burning down, you got Micah Parsons, you know, doing the podcast and throwing the quarterback under the bus. You know, you got injuries left and right? You got Jerry Jones going after the radio stations and things, right? And now literally saying, you know, this is not what we expected. My question is, Mike McCarthy, did you look at what we had going into the season and say, you know what? I'm happy we got Zeke. Oh, man, the Tony Pollard's gone. Man, we got Zeke back. We're going to do great things with Zeke. Did you look at it and say that, you know, Rico? Man, we good with Rico. We definitely good. Is that what you did? Did you look at it and say, oh, with Mike Zimmer with the coach, and, you know, we lost Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler, and, you know, we let Hankins go and things. You know, we didn't re-sign Stephon Gilmore. Oh, we good on defense. Well, we cool. Mozzie gonna be a Pro Bowler this year. Is that what you looked at and said as a team, and you were like, I'm good, knowing that this was supposed to be all in? Or Stephen, he's a backup quarterback at best. So don't be stupid. Don't be fucking stupid up in here, okay? Seriously, Dak is a backup quarterback at best. Look, Stephen, I mean no disrespect when I say fuck you. Let's be real here. As a backup quarterback, Trey Lance is a backup quarterback, bro. Way the hell back. So you're literally telling me he's Trey Lance? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Trey Lance, who threw, 3 interceptions in a preseason game against guys that probably aren't even in the NFL? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Come on, bro. Don't come in here. Do not come in here and be a freaking idiot. Not today. Not today, bro. Not today. Okay? Seriously. At best. You know what, Steven? How about this? How about you just shut the fuck up tonight, okay? Let me be clear here. Who did it? I timed your ass out. Now shut the fuck up on my channel. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut
up.
Fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
Seriously. You know what? Whatever, dudes. Whatever. Y'all are about as stupid as could be. Because I can sit here and look at all these quarterbacks that got drafted here that literally aren't doing a damn thing. You get one or two a season that might be decent if you're lucky. There's Ginger Rogers in the house. Hello, Ward family. What's up, Ward family? And we got Game Time Brian up here. Man, listen. I need to get the raid down here. I need to get the raid here because I got all of the haters that are up in here. Good Lord. I wish we could be like, Ginger Rogers, where her team's actually winning some games and things. Truth hurts. You tried to feed it to CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed it. That's okay. Okay. I will at least say that after Dan Saleo and Philly 500 taking turns on hump day, humping me, okay? Because literally, they just passed me back and forth, okay? That's what they did, okay? I'm there for comic relief, okay? Actually, I'm probably there making them all kinds of money. Because Eagle fans love it when the Cowboys lose, and they love to see me suffer. But here's what I said to them. This is exactly what I said. As they were going through and, circle jerking that Michael Irvin said that Jalen Hurts is top 5 quarterback and things, right? And I said, let me ask this. What if you took Jalen Hurts and you didn't have Saquon anymore, and you had Rico and Zeke? I said, let's say you don't have the offensive line that you have. You got the offensive line that we have. And let's say the only receiver you have is CeeDee Lamb. What's Jalen Hurts going to do? And they both were like, nothing. Nothing. I don't care if you put Joe Montana in his heyday with what we got going on here. The worst running game, the worst in giving up pressures, the worst in separation. And one guy the teams worry about. You got the quarterback having to run around in the pocket to avoid getting sacked. And he's literally throwing one of his interceptions, when he knows he's about to get mollywopped and can't step through the throw. You can't use play action. You can't use play action because you actually have to be able to run the football to do that. So I'm sitting here trying to say, how do y'all expect Dak Prescott, who can't get guys open? I sit here and I even watched the Jets team last night. Half the problem is their guys can't hold on to the damn ball. But I see them wide open. You see guys 3-4 yards open now, and then Aaron Rodgers ain't hitting them. But I'm like, damn. Wow. You see daylight between the receiver and the D-back. I actually saw guys that had only one guy on them. I'm like, damn. The coverage is so tight that sometimes you can say to the receiver and the D-back, y'all need to get a room. They are literally all up in that ass. Ain't nobody. Now, some of that might be play calling. Some of that may be because you got a young team where we're sitting here with Jerry Jones. You know what? We may have lost Brandon Cooks, but we got that Ryan Fauntleroy. that Ryan Fauntleroy, I can't wait to see him with that first catch because, he's got some Des Bryant in him. Yeah, man. That Ryan Fauntleroy, he going to be something. And he finally got a catch and he fumbled it. And we literally have Jerry and Stephen Jones saying, we're surprised that we're not doing better than what we are. You're surprised that Zeke Elliott is not like going to be a 1,500-yard back? You're surprised that starting 2 rookie offensive linemen and Terrence Steele, who has not been good since his second year, is struggling? You're surprised when all of your receivers other than CeeDee Lamb combined that are starting have less than 1,000 yards in receptions? You're surprised that the offense is not doing great things because you paid Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, and you think that because you magically paid those 2 guys that none of the other guys matter, that it's just going to be them? You're surprised that you're a team who could not run the ball effectively and you did nothing to help it. And you're surprised that your team, which has not been able to stop the run for a multitude of years, that you literally did nothing to help them other than let go some of the guys who were actually playing pretty good last year and didn't replace them. You're surprised that Diggs coming back from an injury is not like all pro? You're surprised that Deron Bland isn't repeating what he did last year, which was historic? You're surprised that you brought in a new defensive coordinator with a different scheme where he didn't, as Eagle fans pointed out correctly, that they don't have the players to fit the scheme? You're surprised that we have injuries without having any depth? You're surprised at all that. So here's what I'm thinking. Aisha Robinson, take it one day at a time, girl. One day at a time. Today is a good day. You are here. Mark, other than Cooks, you have the same what? No. Actually, we had Gallup last year too. But you also had a better running game, though, Drew. We were 14th last year running the football. We weren't 31st. And say what you will, our offensive line was a lot better last year. Tyron Smith was a Pro Bowler last year. Zach Martin was playing like Zach Martin of old. Zach Martin just plays old now. Zach Martin is getting beat on a regular, and Tyler Guyton is not anywhere near where Tyron Smith was last year. Now, I'm not going to say that Tyron Smith is having a great season because he's not. He's old. But you have to look at our offensive line, took a major step back. A major step back. The only person you honestly, well, no, I got to give Cooper Beebe. Cooper Beebe is actually playing pretty good for a rookie, for a third-round draft pick. And Tyler Smith are the only 2 on that offensive line that are playing good right now. Two guys. So your running game went from 14th to 32nd. 14 to 32nd. And now Jalen Tolbert is your number 2 receiver where you had Brandon Cooks, who was experienced. You had a threat at least of a running game, and you could use play action. So come on, Drew. Let's keep. I know you hate the Cowboys. You're probably. No, I didn't say we had better. No, Drew, don't put that in my mouth. I never said we had better running backs. I said, here's what I said. What I said is Mike McCarthy does not like to run the football, which is true. And what Mike McCarthy did when he won the Super Bowl was have a running back that rushed for 780 yards. I don't think we got a guy who's going to rush for 780 yards. I just don't think so. But what he had was he had Jordy Nelson. He had Donald Driver. I think he had Randall Cobb and Greg Jennings at wide receivers. He had 4 legitimate wide receivers to spread the football around. You can't compare what we have. Oh, and they had a defense that was third in the NFL. So, what's wrong? Okay. That'll work. I was thinking it would be like just like a generic Cowboy fan with the bag on his head, but having me, that's cool too. My wife is so crafty, getting stuff together for the game next weekend, just in case. We won't rush for 700 yards altogether. That's what I'm saying. So I see. Here's what pisses me off more than anything. We suck. Okay, listen, we suck. Bobby Beninsky, Dallas drafting O-line again next year. Listen, we suck. We suck from the rooter to the tutor, okay? All the way around, okay? I have no problem admitting that we are not doing anything good. What I hate is where people will say, oh, you got the same receivers. Oh, your quarterback, he just dropped. That everything, no, it's not, everything's not the same. Let's call a spade, people. Last year, here's what you also had. For 3 years, you were the top team taking the football away. You were. You literally had DeRon Bland last year break the NFL record in pick sixes. You had more opportunities with the football. You had short fields to work with. And Tony Pollard did not have a great season, but he was at least somewhat of a threat. Not a great one, not like he is this year. You've got none of that this year, people. You got none of that. And so, yes, Dak is struggling, but so is everybody else. And that's the problem I have with people. It's like, oh, it's just, we just changed the quarterback. People, you can change the coach, you can change the quarterback. But until you change Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and their whole thing of, we believe in our own guys, we're going to promote from within. Yeah, I miss Dan Quinn. And Dan Quinn, it's funny how, this is the thing that's so funny is how Clown's Coffee, you're the first to criticize other quarterbacks, but don't get mad when people criticize Dak. No, I'm not saying, I said, listen, I've said Dak is sucking too, but so is everybody else there, bro. Good Lord. Everybody is coming after me. Good Lord. But you can change the quarterback and you can change the head coach. But unless Jerry Jones does something about putting the players on the field, if we literally depend on the draft, take a look at the last few drafts, people. Take a look at the last few drafts. The last impact guy we got was Tyler Smith. How many great starters have we gotten since then? Look at our second-round picks. Shoemaker, is he making an impact for the team? Sam Williams, is he making an impact for the team? Marshawn Nealon, he's injured right now. We're not getting anything there. Right now, our last two number one picks, Mozzie Smith and Tyler Guyton. Where are we getting production from our draft? And if our draft is stinking, if our draft is not giving us players that are legit players, like a Micah Parsons or Tyler Smith, right? And we're not bringing anybody to fill in those holes, then how do we expect to be good? AWS 9419. This is common sense. You ain't got to explain yourself to them, Mark. If they want to be left in the dark, leave them. There you go. I like that. Shout out to you. Left it out. Good one, Marcus. Yo, okay. So, Stephen R., haha. See, apparently you don't understand. To draft, you might be in a position to draft Secure Sanders, but you're going to take a guy who's making $60 million a year and put him on the practice squad. My final thought here is the way that Mike McCarthy seems to be confident and okay with everything as it is. With the Joneses saying we're all in and doing absolutely nothing to do that, did they all sit down, and Dak Prescott signing a contract knowing that the Cowboys did absolutely nothing to make the team better, did they all kind of have a powwow and say, listen, we've got some players' contracts that are getting old, that Zach Martin's probably going to retire. D-Law is definitely, on his last leg. Brandon Cooks is, aging out as well. We need to get some of these young guys on the field and get them coached up. We need to clear some cap space, and it might be advantageous for us to not do well this year and get higher draft picks. We have a plethora of picks with our 4 comp picks and our regular picks. And if we're drafting in the top 10, well, you got a top 10 pick, number 1. And that means your second round pick is in the top 42. Maybe we're able to get some real talent on the team. And we've got all these other ones that maybe we can work with. We can take the $21 million that we have this year, Dak. We can roll it into next year's with the other $20 million that we have. That gives us 40. We can go ahead and use the trigger on your contract and CeeDee Lamb's to get us some extra capital. That the all-in was never this year, that the all-in was next year, and that that Mike McCarthy, Dak, and Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones were all in on this. Honorable mentions, yes, no trade clause. Yes, here is no trade clause. We might have a new rival soon. All about the Benjamins, not about winning. Well, that's the other part of it. When Jerry literally says, I'm happy that they're talking about the tours, and things and being a problem because we'll get more people watching the tours. It's like, dope. Lady Libra in the house. What's up, lady? Yeah, I'm sure you do, Bobby. Okay, congratulations. We appreciate all the super chats. Lord knows you got everything that you want over there. How many running backs were available on the free agent market for trade this year, and Jerry didn't even make an attempt? Exactly. Mark, look up the stat. What stat is that, Cali Cowboy? Cali Cowboy, what stat? Dallas is food. Don't mention food. I'm hungry. Mark, I love your dedication. Tank for a quarterback after you just made, right. Thank you. Thank you, King Real. It's like, what are you talking about? How about instead of saying, let's go ahead and draft another quarterback, we've already been down that road and bringing in a top 3 quarterback in the draft in Trey Lance, where we could have used that pick to have actually gotten a running back that would have been something. So, yeah. When Dak had cheap, they didn't try to build around. There you go, Michael Lewis. They didn't do anything. The Cowboys have spent less than anybody else since 2016. Jerry built the roster the last 4 years. We missed the opportunity. Jerry has a hiring problem. Jerry's problem, you want to know what the real problem with Jerry is? And it may be because he's getting old. When you get old, you want things that are familiar to you. And so Jerry constantly opines for people that have worked for him before. Mike Zimmer, former coach of his, older guy. You look at that, and that's always what we do. When you look at the Cowboys, they always hamstring themselves trying to chase the headlines and publicity. You end up doing Dak and CeeDee's contracts. Come on. Literally, you couldn't get Dak Prescott's contract done until opening Sunday at 11 o'clock? 5 hours before your team kicks off. That's when you finally got the contract signed? Seriously? CeeDee Lamb not in your one weapon, your one guy wasn't in training camp because you couldn't get the deal done. So that's what it is. You guys can call me delusional, crazy, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Because you know what? I'm going to still be the same guy that I've always been. I love the Dallas Cowboys. And like any relationship that you're in, you love somebody or something, but it doesn't mean that you love every single thing about them. And I, for one, all of the greatness of the Cowboys in the past, all of those Hall of Famers, from Charles Haley, back to Drew Pearson, Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, all those things. Those are my guys. I love those guys. Those are the players of my youth. I can't just go jump onto another team. I've got no connection to another team. I didn't grow up watching and loving those. So unfortunately, I'm stuck. And with this bullshit that I've got from Jerry Jones, and probably when Stephen Jones literally said last year, we'll probably take less risk when Jerry is gone. I'm like, what risk are you? What are you talking about? What risk are you talking about? You don't take any risk. Drew, kiss my ass. I love my wife more than anything else, mother humper. You don't know me. You don't know. Don't pretend to know me that you can put something in my. No, fuck you, man. He really doesn't, Drew. How do you blame Dak with the supporting cast? I'm sorry. When you sit here and see every team that can't run the football are all teams with less wins than we are, there's definitely data that proves if you can't run the football. You're sitting here, everybody's sucking on the teat of Jalen Hurts, who now is having to who's fortunate enough to only have to throw about 22 passes a game because he's literally got the second leading running back running the football. If you didn't have Saquon Barkley there, guess what? He would look like ass. Let's be clear here. Let's be clear. Let's be honest with yourselves. See, that's the bullshit story that you guys have. All right. I'm getting real hangry and I'm getting real agitated right now. I appreciate everybody being in here, being part of the channel and the show and all that. And I will see you all fireside chat after I get something to eat. And God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Again, let me say from the bottom of my heart, shout out to Lola, Dirty Sanchez. There's an Eagle fan named John that ended up getting one of the paving stones. I know, and I've got to go back through. I got to go back through because there's quite a few other people. Wait a minute, hold on. Actually, I think I can actually thank you all. Hold on. Hold up. I'll do, before I leave tomorrow morning, I will do a video for the original people who purchased the stones. The original ones are all set. Yeah, I need to go to Pink's, man. I definitely need to go to Pink. I definitely need a Pink's hot dog right now. Hang on for 1 second, and I can tell you. Okay. Michael Gibson. Shout out to Michael Gibson. Garland Love. Spreading the love. Beverly Kingsley. John Gimpetro. I think he's the Eagle fan. Aurora Rangel. Dirty Sanchez. Shout out to all of you guys. I appreciate you guys helping out and getting the paving stones, because you're at least helping me have something positive to think about, and that is getting this house on the National Registry. So I appreciate the help. Mark, somebody said they were going to purchase a brick and put Dak's playoff record. Okay, go ahead, Clouds. Y'all people. All right, good people. I'm out of here. Peace out.
I'm no punk bitch. I ain't no punk bitch neither.